What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Meet in the Middle podcast, episode 7. It's early morning, 10:20 in the morning. We're getting it done early today.
Just wake and bake, you know? Like,
yeah, literally like a wake and bake. Normally we do it in the afternoon, but both of us are doing shit later. So Dash has laundry. I have to donate my fucking plasma to make money.
I have to donate my kids for research.
Yeah. I have to donate my kids to the sperm bank.
Yep. Dropping them off.
But yeah, so if we have a little bit of low energy this morning, that's why. But maybe our voice, I feel like our voices are very like.
Yeah, no, I'm still
Well, we have
wearing
morning
PJs
voice.
and shit, dude. I'm wearing like I have like fall festive PJs on right now,
Nice.
and then I have a Tom and Jerry sweater on as well. It says Tom and Jerry Best
Oh,
Buddies. It's been thrifted.
Nice,
It's
dude.
awesome.
Nice, dude.
And there's a cat.
I'm wearing a thrifted fucking surfboard shirt. I only wear thrifted things now.
I only wear
It's just who I am.
thrifted things now.
Thrifted. I only wear fisted things.
I only get fisted in things.
I was talking to Amber watches a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I'm all caught up, and she's like, man, you guys just like turn sexual so quickly.
Yeah, we do.
Episodes. I was like, yeah, I was like, that's what we've always kind of done. Like,
Yeah.
just talking about stuff. We'll just say something. I feel like we're always checking each other. Like we're just like always looking for a way to like fucking say something
Yeah.
sexual. We're a minute and 55 seconds in, like
Yeah.
fucking already.
Yeah.
already
Talking
going
about
in.
getting fisted.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, we're back. We're back for episode 7. Feels good. It's been 7 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, been another year.
Dude, my hair. I don't know what to do about this. You can't see
My
it,
hair is awful
but-
right now too.
dude. Luckily, I have headphones on because the sides of my head are just flat, and then the top is just like a fucking like bird's nest mess.
Dude,
And, like,
I got to take off my headset for
sucks.
a second to like show the camera, but it's not good. Like, what's
Dude,
up?
I'll show the camera too.
Yeah. All right.
Oh god, so bad, dude. So bad.
Oh fuck.
This is
All
what I
right,
look
let's
like
get
in the
this
morning most of the time.
back on.
It's just rough.
Oh, gross. I'm greasy as fuck. I don't think I showered yesterday after work too, so it's like even worse.
Dude, mine isn't greasy. It's just mine's always dry. I can't get I can't get the curls going, dude. And I'll be like out and about. Like yesterday, I was out and about. Actually, I was thrifting, some might say, and there were so many dudes with like fucking great curly hair, and I was like, God damn it! I want to go up to him and be like, what is your secret? Like,
I mean,
how are
you
you doing
should.
this? Dude, I really should.
Help! Look at
because-
my curls.
Dude, because I had at my work. Sorry, I'm like there's something in my at my work at my restaurant that I work at. There's 2 people there that had curly hair. One was a guy, one's a girl, and they both recommended me this product. And so I've been using it. It doesn't seem to I feel like if I don't put it in and I just leave my hair after I get out of the shower, it looks better. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
It's ruining
Maybe
your
I need
hair.
to like look up a tutorial or something. Yeah, I don't know, dude. But my hair, like Amber took some pictures of me yesterday when we were out and about. It's just like I'm like these are fucking. I look so like homeless. Like I don't know. But dude, I don't know. My hair's been rough. But thrift store is great, and I got
Any good finds?
I didn't get any clothes. I got 5 movies for $1 each.
Damn.
So I spent $6.25. The 25 cents was for a little pin that I put on my fanny pack because I have like an Igor pin
Oh yeah.
on my fanny pack, and then I have this like I just bought this like it's like Penelope something, Penelope Cruz maybe. I don't know what it is really, but it looked cool. It's like a little mouth with like fucked up teeth. Kind of reminds me of like Kyle, Kyle the artist.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of
Kind
vibe.
of reminds me of my friend Kyle.
Yeah.
Fuck
yeah,
you,
dude.
Kyle.
Yeah, fuck you, Kyle. You have fucked up teeth.
No.
No, but I got some fucking nice movies. There were so many movies there. I looked for probably like 20 minutes. I was just looking through every movie. I got Shutter Island,
Nice.
which was a huge inspiration on the film I just made this year. I got When Harry Met Sally, which is a fucking steal. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Dude, watch it in the fall. It is an incredible movie. It's so good. It's got what's his face? The guy who voices Mike Wazowski.
Oh really?
It's an 80s movie. Yeah,
What
it's
Carrie
so
Fisher's
good. Or maybe
in
it's
it?
90s. Yeah, she is. Meg Ryan, Billy Crystal. That's who I'm thinking of. And then that's literally it's like a romantic comedy. It's so good. That'd be a good one to watch with Lila. It's a fall movie.
Yeah, it looks
but
good.
I also got Lethal Weapon 4, which is my least favorite Lethal Weapon, but it's still a solid movie, and I have the second one too, so I'm building my collection already. And I love those movies. Those movies are incredible.
Yeah.
What else did I fucking get? I got like another, Crazy Stupid Love, another fucking steal. You seen that movie?
No.
Also, one of the best fucking movies. It's got Steve Carell in it, Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, what's her face from Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World Jurassic Park, I mean. The redhead. God damn it, she's in so many movies and she's so good.
Oh yeah.
I always forget her name. What's her, do you know?
Fuck, no, I don't remember her name at all.
Fuck, I gotta look this up because I'm gonna
Wasn't
get
she in like one of the Spider-Mans or
obliterated.
something too? Maybe not. I might be thinking of somebody else.
Let's see. Julianne Moore. I always forget her name. She might have been. No, I don't think she was in any of the Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
No.
I don't think she was.
She's in a lot of movies though. But the fifth one I can't remember what it was. Hold on. Let me just Office Space. A classic, dude.
She was in the
such a
Big
good movie.
Lebowski. What?
I vaguely remember her being in that. But have you seen
Office Space.
Office Space?
It's a great
Dude,
one.
such a good movie. That's another fucking steal because that's like, DVDs were like coming out.
Such like
at that
low
time, so
brain
there's a lot of
cell
those.
movie.
Oh my god, but it's so good though. Like,
No, it is great.
dude, it's aged like fine wine. Like the more you watch it, the more you're like, yeah, this actually makes so much
But
sense.
it's
Like
funny,
he just
it's like
stops caring about
Yeah.
fucking his job and like corporate world. It's just hilarious.
It's
dude.
like true, but it's like also like looking back, like the times.
Yeah.
Like it's like looking back in history almost, like because everybody
Dude, yeah.
switched into those kinds of jobs, where you just don't
Right,
do
exactly.
anything, and then those jobs.
and you're just
Whatever.
and like having a fucking annoying boss and like just wanting to though Office Space and the 40-Year-Old Virgin are like the same vibe to me.
Yeah.
And I found the 40-Year-Old Virgin there, but it was scratched to hell, and I was so pissed. I was like, "Oh, dude, I would have totally got that." Like,
It's funny because the 40-year-old version is like kind of like way different. Also, it's like
Oh,
it's the same
it's way
vibe,
different.
but it's such a different thing. Like I know exactly what you mean. Where it's
Yeah.
like it's so
the comedy's the same. Like, it's the same kind of like.
well. It's like
humor.
it's much dirtier and harder on the Virgin one. It's like, he calls a girl a bitch to her face and stuff, and like, but he, like.
Well, like there's like very overtly sexual things.
Yeah,
in that,
whereas
but,
like the other one's like I don't want to work, and you're like, oh, you're just not gonna work, and like that's kind of the joke.
yeah, that's true. But like the Office Space is such a good movie, dude. I'm gonna watch that like soon. That's a great high movie to watch.
That's what I was saying. It's like low brain cell, not a bad thing, but you can also just like
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. But I have been collecting movies. Like I'm like obviously like I would love Blu-rays, but like if I can get a movie for $1, that's a no-brainer. Especially because like, dude, streaming
You could get
has been such a pain in the ass recently.
you could get a burner, and then what my dad does is he has where he burns. He doesn't really do it anymore because I think we did it a bunch, but I can't remember the name of the thing. But you can, if you get this burner thing, you can get all these discs. So if you rent a bunch too, you can burn them to it, and then you have like one like your own basically streaming service that you have for free because you made it. And
Well,
you
it's
just
definitely
upload.
illegal, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but fuck people, I mean,
Just outed your
they're
dad.
if they're selling it for $1, I mean, it's already basically a steal. So
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Well, I think like
but I mean, like, what's the
streaming has been so frustrating now.
like? I get it if you're like they don't want you to do that 'cause whatever, it's infringing. But like, also like these are old ass fucking movies, like.
Well,
Like,
dude, I
a
also
lot of
think,
them
like-
are streaming for free somewhere, but it's a pain in
That's
the
what
ass
I'm
to
saying,
find.
yeah.
It's a pain in the ass to find it, so might as well just have it all in one spot where you have all of your stuff or the
Yeah,
movies that
it's
you
the
already
owning
own.
for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or the movies that you already own that you just don't want to have to like have shelves and shelves and shelves of DVDs to pick
Yeah.
through. Especially if like there's like I mean like there's definitely like the classics and stuff that you want to have out, but like there'll be stuff like why the fuck
Yeah.
do I have like I don't know, I can't think of anything. Like I gotta have Star
know.
Wars out, but like I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe Avatar isn't that important to me or something.
Right. I think like I don't know, like yeah, that's a good point. Like you can if you want to watch a movie online, you can find a website that'll watch it online. I think for me it frustrates me because streaming services, they just put movies on, they take movies off constantly. So like you're like, "Oh, this is great that this movie's on here," but like that doesn't mean that you're like ever going to like have it, keep it, you know what I mean?
Stay there, yeah.
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 So it's a little bit frustrating because like I'll be like, oh, I really like this movie, but like I know that it'll be off Netflix, or like I don't have Netflix anymore, so like I can't watch that. I don't have HBO, so I can't watch these movies. And dude, my computer's like fucking
It's pretty loud.
going to space right now. Yeah, what is going on? Sorry about that, everyone. I just closed some apps to hopefully help that, but I don't know why it's like going crazy.
About to take off.
Dude, for real. But I don't know. I'm sick of streaming services because they keep fucking us. So I'm like, I just
Yeah.
want to start my collection slowly but surely, like my favorite movies, and then actually physically own a copy of them so I can always watch them is like nice, and not have to like rent them for $4 every time.
Yeah.
Which isn't that much, but like, you know, it stops me from renting my favorite movies sometimes, or the
for
movies
sure.
I want to watch, because I'm like, oh, because I'm just like, well, I don't really want to spend like $5.
You're like, I have this
'Cause I'm fucking
streaming
broke.
service and shit. Like, what am I paying
Yeah, I
for
might as
this
well use
for?
it. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so I'm like, and it's like, yeah, $5 is really not that much, but like, you know, I'm fucking broke, so like I don't want to keep spending $5 if I don't need to. And like you said, if I have a streaming service that I'm paying for, I might as well use it. But like, dude, $1 movies at thrift stores, I'm telling you, like, it's a fucking steal.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's definitely worth it to me. And, you know, they're not the greatest quality, but I think it adds a bit of character to it too. Like
Yeah.
if it's like a
I mean,
fucking movie where it needs to be
personally-
Blu-ray, I'm going to buy a Blu-ray, but yeah.
Personally, I would download a car or a house. You wouldn't download
those
a car,
commercials-
would you? And I was like, fuck yeah, I would. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
dude, yeah.
If I can just hit a button
that
and get a
shit
car,
was so funny.
like for
Yeah,
real.
it's like, what are
I'm
you
doing-
talking about? Watching that shit, like, if those of you who don't know, the fucking iPad babies, when we used to watch DVDs, there would be like trailers and there would be like fucking random shit being like
No unauthorized
like,
resale
propaganda
or-
against don't
or
yeah,
copying. of
don't
these,
download movies.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
download these movies.
And it would say you wouldn't download a car, like being like, oh well, you wouldn't download a movie if you could. They were kind of saying that.
Or it's
but
like you wouldn't steal
obviously
a car.
you'd
Is what
fucking
they're
download-
trying to say. You wouldn't.
Yeah,
Like, you wouldn't download a house because it's a crime, and it's like, of course I fucking would.
Dude, if I could do that, what are you talking? Like, even as a kid, I was like, "This is the dumbest thing ever."
I
Like,
know,
This
yeah.
is not stopping me from this.
Nobody
Like,
is
I
ever. yeah.
absolutely would fucking do that. I don't think it was download a. It was steal a car, but people like redid it to be like, "You would download a car." It's just funny.
I don't know. I'm pretty
Well, I don't
sure
know,
the
dude.
download was a. Oh no, it's a steal a
'Cause-
car. Wait, where is
Well,
it?
download doesn't make any sense.
And it's
but
that weird ass
I could-
font, too.
Yeah. It's like
Feature
thin, like
films.
almost like Halloween. Yeah.
You wouldn't steal a car. And then yeah, like I'm watching the thing right now.
But
You wouldn't
then,
steal a handbag. Like what?
There were so many. Yeah.
You wouldn't steal
There
a
were so many-
television.
Yeah, dude, and there would be like animation for it too. Like it'd be like
it
like
says
quick
you-
animation. It was like in blue and white and shit.
It even uses
Black.
you wouldn't steal a movie. It's like
Yeah, it would.
downloading pirated films is stealing.
It's like I don't know, dude. They make so much money. Like
And it goes,
I get
stealing
like
is
in
against the
2005
law.
it was a huge thing. Well, it's like in 2005 it makes sense because like half of their sales came from DVDs after the movie was released.
Yeah.
But now no one's buying DVDs. It's all streaming. So like, dude, fucking they make so much fucking money. And obviously the Register strike just ended and shit, but because of that. But
yeah.
I don't know. Like the internet exists, and that shit's happening regardless if you do it or not. It's happening either way. So I don't know. You tell me what's wrong. Is it the corporate greed, or is it us downloading the money or downloading a movie because of corporate greed? I don't know.
Yeah.
You tell me.
I'm just gonna keep downloading. We good.
Yeah. But anyways, today's topic is more questions because we just can't get enough questions, man. We just like talking about shit. So today we're doing. We kind of started this in one of the marijuana episodes, but today we're doing questions to ask when you're high, and neither one of us are high. We didn't do a wake and bake, even though this is like a wake and take, wait and hot takes, wake and hot takes. That's what we're calling it.
All right.
But it's like questions to like, it's like shower thoughts, kind of like you think about shit. It's just like that is weird, and that's kind of what we're talking about today.
Right. I'm trying to turn the lights down on this. It's just blinding me. This white image. It's too early for this shit, bro.
Yeah. But we are gonna get right into that after we take a short little cut, like we do every episode.
Every time.
So we'll be right back right now. All right, what you got?
All right. Who from history is an actual wizard? What person can justifiably be called a wizard? Rasputin, Houdini, Jesus.
Jesus.
Would Jesus be considered a wizard? I mean, straight up, dude. Like,
Probably.
he turns water into wine and shit. Like, he's
Kind of
probably the
weird
one.
power, yeah.
He fucking died and came back. Like,
That's true.
crazy.
Yeah. He heals people too. Yeah, he's kind of like
Straight up
like
said,
Jedi
"Hey,
powers.
fuck you! I'm doing this for your sins because I'm making this sacrifice." Like, no.
Dude, yeah, that's true. He is a wizard of sorts. That's true.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a righteous wizard, dude.
He is a righteous wizard. Fucking Rasputin, though. I don't know much about him. Like, I know he's like a fucking...
I didn't know his name. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I'm not gonna lie.
What? You've never heard of Rasputin? Let's look it up.
Holy man, best known for having befriended an imperial family of Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia, through whom he gained considerable influence in the final years of the Russian Empire.
Yeah, he was like isn't he like a cult leader?
He was accused by his enemies of religious heresy and rape, was suspected of exerting undue political influence over Tsar, and was even rumored to be having
an affair with a...
opposition to the influence grew within the Eastern Orthodox Church. So he's a fucking controversial ass man.
He was also like fucking 7 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was
That's
freaky.
terrifying.
Yeah, he was really freaky.
That guy looks terrifying.
He is really scary. Like he's like that's like the kind of like that's kind of his thing too. Like some of these pictures, I'm like, oh my god, he's a fucking freak.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, I don't want to get raped, but I don't want to get raped by this guy especially.
But by him too, it's like, well, have you seen like the have you seen the fucking what are those movies called? My God. What's the Golden Circle, the fucking Kingsman movies? The prequel movie had Rasputin in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, not the real Rasputin, obviously, but...
No way, they featured him in it?
Yeah. No, but he was like one of the villains in it, and he was like... It was fucking funny. Like, he was a huge fucking guy, and it took him forever to die.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, that's I guess, I don't know if he was he doesn't seem like much of a sorcerer. He just seems like a fucking freak, but...
Yeah. Who's somebody else that you'd call a fucking wizard?
Let's look up real life wizards. Because Houdini maybe, but, like, illusions are weird because I don't get it, but, like... Dude,
I guess
some people, like...
think that that's, like, a wizard, you know?
Yeah, like, of sorts. Illusion is, like... If you can master illusion, like, that kind of makes you a wizard of sorts. Like, what's the definition of a wizard? Someone who, you know... Oh, top 10 real life wizards. Rasputin.
I know,
Thing.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Fortune. John D.
Supposedly the only one who could alleviate the suffering of Russian Empire from Nicholas' only son, Alexei, who had hemophilia.
Let's see. John D. Let's see. Another Renaissance.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
One more thing about him. He The imperial couple took his advice as a holy man, even though he had a reputation of drunkenness and promiscuity that scandalized the Russian elite. So he's like, yeah, he's just kind of fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think he is just a fucking crazy guy. All right, let's see. John Dee was 1527 to 1608. Or 1609, it says. Another Renaissance man, John Dee was a British scholar whose pursuits included both science and magic. An advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, Dee acted as the court astronomer. However, his studies also included alchemy and divination. I don't know what that is. After leaving the Queen's service, Dee traveled Europe with another well-known occultist. Occultist? Yeah. Edward Jelly. Ooh, that's a sick name. Together they developed so many fucking words I just don't know. Something language, another proposed language of the angels. Okay. So when dude, I don't know, because is it wizards or is it people that are just discovering dark energy? You know
people
what I mean?
That are just doing math.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at fucking John Dee.
In 1500s, yeah.
No, it literally says he was arrested on the charges of calculating, as doing math was seen as on par with being magic. So he was literally arrested for doing math.
Just being smart.
He's writing all these symbols on the walls and on the
Well, it's like
papers.
a woman doing anything in the 1600s was a witch. If you just do anything. You can't go to school, you must be a witch. You're too smart. But there is the thing it's witchcraft,
Only
them
witches
kind of
float.
devil worshipping in that kind of sense. That shit is so interesting to me, but fucking freaky. That's usually cult stuff. They worship a demon or the devil. But I feel that kind of stuff, the paranormal stuff, that's where you get into that kind of shit. That would be a good episode, talking about ghosts and stuff. Ghost stories. Maybe an episode coming out this month because of spooky season, but that'd be a good Halloween episode or something. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Sorcery shit like that is kind of fucking weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't believe any of that.
Yeah, no, that stuff is I don't know, fucking weird. But all right, I got a question.
All right, yeah, go for it.
So if you're bald, then what hair color do they put on your license? When you get your license, your fucking ID.
Yeah.
What do they put on your license, dude? Bald man? That's actually.
I'm looking up what
you could always tell them your natural hair
color.
color.
Hair. They just make it bald. You can say bald as your hair color.
Oh, really? But then again, how would someone know if it's your real natural hair color? What if you're just I want to be a redhead this year? You know?
Well, it just says hair and it just says BLD, bald.
That's hilarious, dude. Because what if you were choosing to be bald
most
and then you
DMVs
just screw it out?
Yeah, most DMVs require you to put down your natural hair color, which is
but
brown,
that doesn't
blonde.
fucking matter though.
Well, no, but it says brown, blonde, black, red, gray, or bald is the options that you can put.
That's so funny.
So
I've never thought about that.
Require,
I should look at my dad's bald. I should look at his license and see if it says bald. I'm sure it does. That's so mean though. I mean, it's true. Obviously, it's like a government ID. You have to have it accurate. But it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's just a slap in the face. You're just so what's everyone else has a hair color and you just have fucking bald. That's so funny. All right, what do you have a question?
Let me see here. Where would you most like to live off grid?
Ooh, Montana.
Mountains versus beaches is a classic icebreaker, but let's dig deeper into the mind palace. One type of landscape, total self-substance, you, nature, and the rest of eternity. Which type of biome calls your name?
Oh, dude, I don't know. That's a good question because you could have both in Hawaii.
Yeah.
The thing with the mountains is the winters would be terrible, but you would have more space and it'd probably be prettier.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need an ocean if I have a lake or a pond that I can fucking swim in.
And I love biking and shit, so mountains would probably be the way to go for me.
I think a nice Montana Valley, Wyoming Valley, I could grow some livestock. This is something I've been talking about a lot. When I retire or if things don't work out with my career, dude, I'm telling you, I'm moving to a fucking homestead.
Should have been a
with a group
cowboy.
with a group of friends, dude. Fuck yeah, I'm getting like a couple
Should have
sheep,
learned the road
cow.
to ride.
I'm getting a
Where
fucking couple
my
sheep,
6 shoe
a llama,
riding
a
my
donkey.
pony on the cattle drive.
I don't want to be a cowboy, but like I definitely like want to grow my own
Cowboy
food
boy
and,
cow?
like shit. A cowboy boy cow. Oh, not brown cow. No, I don't. The more that I grow up and I learn about the world, the less I want to be a part of it. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally feel that.
So that's a growing
my
trend.
boss-
People wanting to move away. Into
My
the
boss always
wilderness.
says that he wants to go to Alaska at some point to do
Yeah.
that.
My dad lived there.
And I'm like,
your
that's
dad was
cool,
there with my
but-
dad. Sometimes.
Yep. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Super weird, but cool. Yeah, my dad moved. My dad lived in Alaska out of college because they paid him a lot more to like live in the middle of fucking nowhere, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
And he lived
But
there
that was
kind of
tough whenever who was it getting born? I think it must have been Sydney then.
Yeah, Sydney. Well, that's why he moved back. My mom got
Well,
pregnant.
yeah, but like he was
when he was
like
there.
stuck there though. Remember? Like
Yeah, he was. Well, he had to
they,
finish
like,
up
made him
his.
stay. Yeah.
He had to finish
They
up
wouldn't
his
let him
year.
leave.
My mom went back when she was pregnant to get things ready and everything in South Dakota, and my dad stayed to finish up
Yeah.
his year. I feel like he was like not there for Sydney's birth. Like I feel like that was a thing.
Yeah, it was like
I don't think he was in
Not there,
Alaska, but I don't think he
like
was there.
he's
He
out
might have been in
gambling.
Alaska. Yeah, he was out gambling. Yeah,
He was in
he's out
Vegas.
in the town. Yeah, he's in Vegas. That's funny. That might not be true, but I feel like that might be something. But yeah, my mom had to move back. I mean, she wasn't. She only lived there for like 6 months to a year or something. She didn't really like it.
Yeah.
They were living in like a trailer in the middle of the fucking like Alaska, which is not ideal. But
Yeah.
all right, let's see. Let's find one. Wait, what? Some of these are weird. Wait, I have one.
I
at the
know,
top.
same. I'm looking at
Oh, if parents say don't talk to strangers, then how do you ever make friends? That's one I've thought about before. Like if they say don't talk to strangers, but you're like, okay, well, everybody around me is a stranger and you can't make friends. So like, what the fuck are you talking about? Some of these sayings,
yeah, but
man.
like, I mean, like, I don't think that applies to like other kids your age
No,
or anything.
I know. No, I know. That's why these are like obviously like fucking stupid, but
Yeah, no, I know.
yeah.
Like now, I'm like, fuck, I need to be high for some of these because they're like, no.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, but like,
Oh yeah, I
talking
see the high
strangers, though, I
the
don't
stranger
know.
one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, which is scarier, alien life or galactic loneliness? Even though we've
Ooh,
even
that's
the
a
alien
good
thing's
question.
been confirmed, but we'll still see. You know.
That is a really good question though, because, oh, that's true. Because on the one side you have like, is it scarier to have like a other life out there that you don't know if it's hostile or like, you know what I mean? Are they gonna come attack us or are they gonna be friendly? You know?
Yeah.
And
I think they would. I think I would rather. Like, I think it would be cooler to have life out there and to discover all that and all that shit. But like, because of humanity's,
track record.
you know, yeah, with just ourselves and each other, I don't think that we would do very good, like, with being diplomatic with another race.
I don't think
like
so.
that. We would either feel so severely like if they're just way more advanced than us, we'd be like, fuck, we have to really catch up. We have to take whatever we can from them and like, you know, or
destroy them, which is what I feel like America wants to do.
or we would want to, like, we'd be like,
American
we can't take
military,
any
I should say.
chances for them to get stronger than us or something like that, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's such a weird thing to think about too, but I don't know. I feel like it's scarier that there's nothing else out there, which I just don't believe. Because like, think about how many fucking galaxies and planets. Like, we're such a small thing. But it's just like it's such a this is like such a thing like I think about a lot when I'm high, like other life or like whatever. I watch videos about it.
Yeah.
It's just like an interesting thing to think about. My family starts now. In my family, I'm considered a conspiracy theorist, which is annoying.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like I have conspiracies like I'm like, oh, this is blah 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 blah. The government's out to get us. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, that's an obvious, like not an obvious thing, but like clearly there's secrets in the government that they're not telling us. Like I think most people can agree about that. Whether that's like super interesting or not, like that's true. I'm not like a conspiracy theorist, but like I think about like it's not okay. Yeah, it's not being a conspiracy theorist if I'm just pondering other life. Like I don't have to be a fucking crazy person to think about that and to wonder about it and to like give my 2 cents about it.
Yeah,
because I feel like it's like I don't know.
conspiracy theorist is like, no, I saw them here. I'm tracking them through here, like or like stuff like that.
Yeah, like you
know?
go crazy or like saying like the government is hiding this and here's all this evidence and here are these websites. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're really into it. And I don't think like I'm a rational person. Like I understand like both sides, but I like to think outside the box. I like to have like that creative perspective versus like a boring perspective. Like, oh, there's no life. There's no way. It's like, well, think about it. Maybe there is. Like, you don't know. I don't have I guess I'm not necessarily picking a side, but
Yeah.
it's cool to think about for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
The universe is just like so huge. It's unlikely that there isn't life. So it's likely that there is, but it's interesting to think about like where they might
It's
be,
just
what
like
they
what
might be doing.
state it is in.
Yeah, exactly. Because like we're very like in
Didn't
terms
we
of like
find like
evolution.
bacteria or worms or some shit on Mars a long time ago, or like evidence of it?
We found evidence of water, I think, but
There's like water.
yeah, I
and
think
ice
you're
and
right.
stuff,
There was something about that.
But there was like I'm gonna look it up. I swear I remember something like that.
It was
Like,
recently. I feel like they found like maybe evidence of something being alive, whether that's small or big, because they found like ice on Mars, like evidence of some sort of water. That would be crazy. Like if there was a whole civilization on Mars before there was anything on Earth, and it just like is gone now or something. That'd be so weird.
Yeah. This is there's lots of evidence that say there's much a huge ocean on Mars, an atmosphere that could have supported life.
That's so
but
interesting.
There's still a lot
dude.
left to explore. Yeah.
Yeah, don't we know
There
more
are
about
places
space than
that
we
are
know about the
potentially
ocean?
habitable.
Like that's so weird.
Yeah, they say that the deep subsurface could house life on Mars.
That's cool. I don't know. It's just interesting. It's just fun to think about. Like you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
like space is so cool. Like Earth is cool. It's just crazy. Like you think about like you see pictures or you see like videos of like the Earth from the outside, and it's flat, which is crazy, you know. And no, I'm just kidding. But like you think about when you're in space, you can go every which way, and there's something in every which way. I don't know why
yeah.
it's obvious when you say that, but like when you think about it, like when you see pictures, it's always like horizontal. Like you see the planets in like in like one straight line, and I'm like, all right, you go left, you go north, south, east, west. But do you think about you can also go up or down too?
Yeah,
Which
like
is
the whole
so
like
weird.
Star Wars ships and stuff that are not.
Yeah, I always
that are
think
all
about
on the
that.
same plane, and you could just go down. Like,
Yeah,
what
the
are
same
you doing?
plane. Yeah, I'm like, there's no way
And they're
that's.
always like facing each other at the same level all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, wouldn't it
like
be
instead
like?
of being tilted.
Yeah, when you like somebody could come up from underneath them, like I don't know. That's just like I've thought about that too. I'm like that seems odd.
I think the Clone Wars did like an all right job of that, where they like you remember
If
that
it's space, there's zero gravity everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, the last what is it called? The third one. Oh my God, Revenge of the Sith.
Your favorite.
Where it
movie?
opens with that big where it opens with the big space battle, you know?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
like how they're
Everything.
diving down through all the ships and stuff like that because they're fighting over Coruscant.
Yeah.
Like that shit's so cool. Like
That
that's
is cool.
actually that one feels more like there's just chaos everywhere. Like all the ships
Yeah.
are like in different
Definitely.
angles and stuff. Like they're not all like they started. You can see like the remnants of where the fleet kind of started, and then how it
Yeah.
like converged and stuff.
That's cool. Oh, dude, did you finish Ahsoka?
Yeah. Oh God, it's so good.
So good, right? Oh my God. Wait, did we already we already talked about this? Yeah. Right?
We might
We
have.
played games the other day. I feel like we talked about
Yeah, yeah.
this.
we did.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll
definitely.
do a movie or if they'll do a season 2. If they do a season
Hope
2, I
so.
really hope they just do it right because this season was like
I can't wait for the
solid
fucking
all the way
Lando
through.
one, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. With
That's gonna be so the
DG
Lando
himself,
movie.
dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I'm gonna need more posters. I
Dude,
have the
yeah,
Lando. I have the Lando one up right now too.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
from
yeah.
Star Wars
that's cool.
or from Solo.
So let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. If two mind readers are reading each other's minds, whose mind are they really reading?
That's just how you get in touch with God.
Yeah, you're just like, well, maybe they meet in a plane and they're just thinking each other's thoughts.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
Or no, maybe they just get stuck. You know?
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck.
Or they're reading their own thoughts.
I'm reading. They're like reading nothing. They're just reading.
Let's say like, okay, so like one person is reading the other person's thoughts, but if they're reading that person's thoughts, then wouldn't the first person be reading their own thoughts? Because the other person's thinking their thoughts.
Depends on who thought first.
Or, but aren't you always thinking? Oh, dude, the
But I mean,
paradox.
wait, no. But whenever you're like reading someone's minds, you can still have your own thoughts about what they're thinking about.
Yeah,
though.
so you'd be thinking about you'd be reading.
So you'd be reading
what
the
they're
other person-
thinking about
No,
your
it would
thoughts.
it would just be subtitles. That's all it would be.
But
It would be
here's the thing,
subtitles
though.
with another person because you know exactly. You can hear what they're.
Mm-hmm.
It's subtitles of their thoughts going on while you're just talking or thinking about whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
I
because
think
if
like
you're reading it and then it's
Well,
not
it
them
wouldn't- yeah,
processing
reading
it. It's not them reading your mind that does it unless they're repeating it in their own head. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but if they're thinking about your thoughts, like they're processing it, then wouldn't
If
you be
they're
able to read that
You would
processing
if
of
if
your
you're
thoughts?
like there, yeah. If you're like thinking, like, man, it's hard. I this person is just trying to read my mind. I can't really hear them thinking about anything, and then they think, well, that thought's dumb. So then you're thinking about that, you know, like
Yeah, it's like goes back and it's like a kind of a fucking paradox. That's so weird.
yeah, whack.
That is weird. All right, you got a question?
Let's see. I'm pretty much out actually. I'm almost. I think I got like one, maybe two left somewhere in here.
Ooh, I got one. If you don't have one,
Yeah, you go.
if you could go back in time and warn yourself about something, would past you listen to future you?
I don't think I would have been able to do much about 9/11, but
You were like an infant. You were younger than me.
exactly.
You're like
You have
3
to
months
stop
old.
it. Like you have to warn them.
Just
Like,
ah.
I'm like, "Ah!" Just
Well, I
like
guess
crying,
like
baby.
it depends because I feel like
One of my
I feel
coworkers
like
was born on 9/11.
oh
Like
my
his
god,
birthday
really?
is the day of the towers falling. Like
Oh my god.
Straight
in
up,
2001.
yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
yeah.
Your mom
Wild.
their mom was giving birth
Could you
as
imagine
like the
giving-
news was
yeah.
going on.
Yeah, exactly. Could
horrible.
you imagine? You're like, fuck, don't hit this hospital. I'm giving birth. Like
True, that's scary.
that'd be terrifying.
That would be. But I don't know. It depends on what it is because I feel like if like I could see myself, like it was like another me telling me this, I'd be like weird as fuck. But I feel like I would listen. But then you like think about movies and you're like, oh, how often do you like see that and it's like clearly manipulated? You know, like it's like Terminator-esque where it's like the person that went
Yeah.
back in time is actually like
I would
pretending
say-
to tell you about something, but actually if you change
Yeah,
it, it's
yeah.
gonna be much worse. You know what I mean?
I would say explain it to me like on how things have happened and are happening, you know?
Explain it
It's
to
like, no
me
matter-
like I'm a 5-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, like explain to me why what I do here will help, you know?
Yeah.
If they're like, there's no time, I'm like, you should have gone back earlier. Like, sorry.
Yeah. No, for
Like,
real.
you should have backed up to when you could have explained it to me.
I don't really want that pressure. I'm like, I don't know. You know, I'm not a hero.
Yeah.
I don't pretend to be.
But let me think about like what would I actually want to change? Like, I mean, obviously
Maybe
there's
it's
all
not
the whole,
like a big
bet
maybe
on
it's
this
not a big
person on the
event.
Super Bowl or whatever, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah,
But,
yeah.
like,
I don't know if it's like a big like event that would change history. It's maybe more just an event for your life, like warn you
for
about
my personal life, that would make it
yeah,
better.
like oh don't like be friends with this person or something like that because they're gonna fucking steal money from you or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I probably
like-
would have done that to my younger self. It's kind of mean and sad why I
Yeah.
would do this. But I'm not. I'll be straight with it. You know, this is a podcast. We getting real. Like I had a friend named, bleep that.
I'll believe it.
I was like, let's just give him.
Here's his address. Here's his social security
exactly,
number.
for real. I was like, wait, here's just his name. Yeah, no.
Just outing him, dude.
We'll call him Tom. You know, how about
Okay.
that? We'll call him Tom. All right.
All right, Tom.
So I had this friend named Tom in elementary school, or like kindergarten through elementary school stuff, and he had Asperger's, which
Okay.
yeah, cool, that's fine. But it really made me struggle having other friends other than him because he was very demanding, always needed like my attention, and
Yeah.
so I was like, I don't know, I would just pick up after him, and like my like he was my only friend, like at school and in school, and
Yeah.
I didn't realize at the time, but that was because of him, and it was just him. Like I get that he had issues, and everybody kind of knew that, and so like that was probably definitely part of it. But he was also just kind of like a dick and just lied to people all the time. So I just lied to people all the time because I
that was your friend.
just hung
who
out
was
with him. That's all.
yeah,
That's all I
influencing you.
knew. You know. Yeah.
I love how you
and
said
so
he's
I
a
was like,
dick, and he's like, he's just Asperger's.
Sorry, but hey, I knew him for years, bro. Like I grew
Yeah.
up with that shit, so I'm like, I feel like I could have said that, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm saying he was then. I'm not saying he is now. Like, he's probably
Yeah.
cool now. But basically, like I was a good influence for him, but he was not a good influence for me. So
Yeah.
like my mom knew that too. Like she was like when we were hanging out, and like her dad, like he had two dads too, which was another thing. And they were like, "Oh, but Dash is such a good influence, or whatever." And she was like, "Your kid is not on mine, you know. Like, I'm sorry." And like I would have just been like, "Yeah," because I think I'm still kind of like weird today because of that. Like that's probably part of the reason why I'm get anxious around crowds and things like that, like of other people like my age, because I've always felt like the outcast because of that.
Interesting. We're delving
So
deep today.
I would, yeah, for real. So I would tell him, I would tell myself, I'd be like, hey, like he's cool, but make some other friends too, you know, like
yeah.
like if it's gonna cost you, like other friendships and things like that and other opportunities, like don't invest into that, you know.
Yeah,
and that can go
that's
for
a good answer.
anybody, for anything. It doesn't just have to be a kid with Asperger's.
Yeah, it's so specific. We heard it here first, folks. Dash hates kids with Asperger's.
I do.
I'm kidding. He does not. Obviously not.
No, definitely not. And I like tried so hard, and you know, like, but
Yeah.
eventually I reached my point where I was like, I just can't be friends with you, dude. Like, it's too demanding on me. And I moved schools 1 year, and then like kind of came back and stuff, and then it was really fucking hard to like make friends after that. But
I'm sure. Yeah. No, you moved around a lot. When you were a
but was
kid.
able to do it. Yeah, like I mean, I went to mostly the same schools. Luckily, didn't switch schools too often, but I did move locations a lot too, for sure.
Yeah, like you had you'd have a new place like every 2-3 years.
Oh yeah, at least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, I was homeless for a little bit too.
Damn. Dash has been through the ringer, folks.
Yes.
Judge him
It's all thanks
lightly,
to a kid
okay?
with Asperger's. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm done with that one. Fuck.
That's terrible.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
But no, that makes sense though. Like thinking about things in your life that you'd want to change that like maybe would have helped you, like maybe not necessarily helped you, like you don't know obviously.
It
but
would have
like,
helped me develop more skills. I feel like,
Yeah.
like more social skills by being out without just being with one person and being satisfied with that. Because that definitely played.
also-
Like this is why I don't do shit now.
Well, also like you were an only child too, so like you had to make friends to have any sort of social interaction.
Exactly. And then when that kind of took away from having more than just the one, it was like,
my God.
oh, I got one person in my corner, you know.
All right, we just cut. Sorry, because my camera can't record past 30 minutes. But yeah, going back in time to warn yourself about something. That's it's an interesting one. I'm trying to think of anything like, would I go back in time to change things? I feel like for me it's like everything that happened to me at this point I feel like it happened for a reason. Like I am the person I am today because of that. So I don't know if I'd change anything because I don't want to like fuck up. Not that I have amazing things now, but like I feel like I'm
don't
pretty
lose
happy.
who
Like
you
I
are,
don't want
yeah.
to. I don't want to lose. Yeah, I don't want to lose certain things. Like, what if I change something and then like I never got like Rue or something like that? Or
Yeah, I definitely see that too.
I
Because
didn't move
I
here.
think about
I
that
don't
too.
make
Like,
music or something.
like I've never had like an ego or anything because of the way because I only had like the one friend and always felt like, you know, on the edge, on the outside. Like I
Yeah.
never like demanded attention or anything like that.
Same.
So I
well,
kinda,
when
like-
I was a kid, I was, but
Yeah.
I was a little fucking
Even-
shit when I was a kid. But,
Even
yeah.
as a kid, though, I wasn't. I don't think. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm fucking wrong, but I feel like I wasn't. I feel like
when
I
we
was
were both
always
kids, we were
such
both
a
fucking
shy like kid. Like I didn't interact with like anybody,
Yeah.
adults, kids,
That's kinda how
anything.
I
Just
was,
kind of
too.
like was like I want to be on my own, like doing my own shit. Like I'd go play like tag
Yeah.
and shit with kids and stuff like that. Like I still had a childhood and stuff, but I like wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I was kind of that way too. I grew up not really having like close friends. Like I know like a lot of people when I grew up, and I had the same like class from basically kindergarten until I graduated because that's just how it was at my school in the area I went to, and like I just never really had good close friends that I had like a lot in common with. Like I had my friends for a few years and then we just kind of grew apart. And like I never really had that friend from childhood. Like I feel like
yeah. Would you
that's
trade
I always kind of
where
wanted
you
that.
could have grown up to maybe have more opportunity for stuff like that? Like again, I know you like who you are and everything, and wouldn't want to change that. But would
I
you want
feel
that
like-
opportunity to have done that or no?
I feel like if I did that, I would be a completely different person.
Yeah.
I think
Like, what if your
the way
parents
I
were just
grew
like,
up-
"Fuck it, we're gonna come to Austin and visit your cousin dad."
Yeah, I feel like
just live
I
there
feel like
for a
my
while.
life would have been different. I feel like it would be similar in certain ways and different in different ways. I think the perspective I grew up helped shape the person I am. But also like, you know, it's not as lucky for people. Like I grew up in a very like Republican area. Not the Republican necessarily. The word Republican is bad, but like very hick area, I should say.
Yeah.
Very like farmers, like they want to keep their shit the way that is, and very white area. And so my perspective growing up was different than most people, especially like you living in a city. But
Yeah.
like growing up, I didn't like, I don't know. That's just the way it was. But like my family traveled, like my family had a different perspective. They had lived other places, but even they grew up in a small town. So like we both had that perspective. So it's honestly, it's weirdly surprising that I wanted to move to a city and wanted to move. But honestly, it's not. It is a little bit because
You wanted to escape.
It's not
Yeah.
what but I wanted to escape. But I feel like that's not most people because if you grow up in a small town, most people stay in small towns.
Yeah.
You know,
They're too
I'd say like
scared to leave.
80% of people that, yeah, exactly. And they have their friends, they have their life, and that's how it is. But I never had any good friends there. And I think if I had good friends in an area like that, I feel like I wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't experience anything new. So I feel like I wanted to leave so bad because I just didn't feel like I belonged.
It's good that you were able to like
in
come visit me
Minnesota like that.
sometimes and stuff too. Like you were able to come
Yeah.
kind of see how
Yeah.
this side of things were and like be like, hey,
Yeah.
that's not how
Yeah.
everyone is. You know.
Yeah, but also like my family took like vacations. We would drive to like certain places. Like we went, you know, we like when we were younger, we would go to like different areas of the country. Not every year, but most years we would just take like a road trip.
Yeah.
And seeing just other perspectives as a kid helped, I think, shape who I am. And my parents obviously having like that mindset. I think a lot of parents don't have that mindset, especially growing up in a small town and moving to a small town, and they're still gonna be like open to ideas and open to like
Oh yeah.
other things. Like
No,
it's
I
just
think it's
so
so weird that they
rare.
both came from small towns and stuff because they don't act like it like at all. Like same thing with my
No,
mom.
they
Like my
don't.
mom was just
Yeah.
itching to get the fuck out of. I mean, she moved all the way to Texas on her own, like
Yeah.
from South
Yeah.
Dakota. That's like so far away from
Yeah, dude.
from it. But she was just like, "Fuck it, I don't like the cold. I'm going to somewhere warm."
Yeah, yeah. But I think
Found
like
a cool place.
for me, like
I'm glad I
like
grew up
even
in
Sydney,
Austin.
like yeah, and I'm glad that I get to go visit you out there because I love that city.
It's so dope.
Um,
It sucks now a little
and-
bit because of Californians, but literally, dude, like I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a tangent, but
yeah,
like you know the whole keep Austin weird thing, they've like killed it because Californians don't want to be weird. Like that's the whole like the hippie culture, like that
They
kind
wanna
of
be
thing
hot,
is like
yeah.
going away.
What?
Yeah, because they're just like, oh, it's got to be like everything's like this. It's turning to fucking LA. I'm not gonna lie, it's annoying as
Oh.
fuck. Like the nice ass, like the old like shops and stuff, like the cool like OG Austin shops are.
Yeah.
And I hate, like, and that's the thing too. Is like I don't want to be like, oh, that's so not very old Austin of you. Is like I'm saying now too. We're like all the people that are complaining about everything, but it's like it's happening too. You know, it's like these fucking people are moving.
Yeah, but
in
it's
and
your
trying
city
to,
though.
and
You
trying
don't
to fuck.
want to. You don't want it to.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're trying to fuck.
trying to fuck this shit up.
Well, you live there your whole life, and you don't want people that are moving there to change the culture there.
Exactly. Yeah, I want them to.
You're not in the wrong there.
I'm like, you're welcome to come here, and like I mean, most people will say no to that, and I'm still gonna probably be like no to that, but. But like, I think it's cool if you come, but you have to just respect the the culture and everything, and like what was originally here and why people fell in love with this place and liked it.
Yeah, you don't go to New York City and try to change New York City. You don't go to LA and try to change LA. They will fucking fight you. Like that's not how it works there. So why would they do it anywhere else?
But that's like
that's so annoying.
That's like the weird thing though too, is it's because it's hippier, I think, is why. It's because like New York and stuff, like people will like fight you for trying to do shit to their stuff because they're it's a lot of parts of it are more aggressively it feels more capitalist there, you know? Like it feels like everybody's standing on somebody else to get ahead a lot of the time. Not always the case, but I feel like in a lot of the bigger cities like that, like they don't have as much emphasis on things like their parks and stuff. Like they have I don't know, I'm still using New York as an example, but what's the fucking park there called?
Central Park.
Oh my god, yeah, Central Park.
Park.
Yeah, Central Park is like, that's awesome. Like that's a big ass piece of land that's only gonna be a park, which is sick. But like, I don't know, people I feel like used to take better care of each other, and Austin felt like one of the few places that still had some of that, but it feels like that's going away.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, it feels like you know, LA, everybody kind of feels like a little bit of a dick to each other. I don't know about New York or whatever, and I'm not saying like everybody's always an asshole, but like I feel like in those kinds of cities, when I was in Chicago, people were kind of dicks.
No, dude, honestly, I thought that too before living here. Chicago people are fucking nice as fuck. They're nicer than people in Milwaukee. Milwaukee people are so mean. Yeah. The only time people are dicks in Chicago is when you're on the road in downtown. But I don't drive downtown because I know that it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
That's really the only time I see people that are like actually mean. Most people are like very
good.
friendly and very nice.
That's good.
Because it's still in the Midwest. Like Midwest nice, man. It's Minnesota nice. People like to say it's Midwest nice, but no. It's not Midwest nice all the time. It's fucking Minnesota nice because people in Minnesota are super fucking nice, and you don't find that anywhere else in the Midwest. The people that nice. Wisconsin people are just fucking weird. Like I lived in Wisconsin for 4 years. I can say that most people in Wisconsin, they're not mean people, but they're like they drink a lot, so they're like a little meaner. So it just happens. You drink a little bit more, you're a little bit more short tempered. People just have like their ideas in Wisconsin. They don't want to change it. And that's part of the reason that people are like a little more like, well, fuck you. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. Like, this is my value. You shouldn't have to cut in. Blah. Minnesota people are just like, oh, yeah, you can have your value, but like, you know, respect mine too, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. I like Austin because it feels like everybody's just kind of, fucking do whatever or at least used to be, do whatever the fuck you want. We don't really like, we don't care. We will support you for being different and weird, the weird person that you are. Like it's emphasized that kind of shit. So it's like, because everything is so weird and kind of out there, you could literally truly be whatever you wanted because there's no, you're like, well, look at how fucking crazy this person's doing, and it's like, oh yeah, fucking do it, own it, be whatever the fuck you want to be, you know?
That's what I love Austin, dude. I like going to any other city. Like they're like, oh, we have this like fun like artist culture. Like, dude, you go to Austin, like you feel it in the air.
It's different.
It's everywhere.
It's weird. I don't know how.
It's so different. Yeah. It's like every time I go to Austin, I just like forget how much I love it. Like I'm just like, oh, this place is fucking awesome. Like and it's like, so fun here.
I know I always say it, and that you always got to come visit and shit, but you need to come visit not when there's stuff happening for sure too.
Well,
Like,
usually, like normally I don't. ACL was the last time I did, but
mm-hmm.
normally I go like in like May or something when there's like nothing going on, and it's not
Yeah.
fucking super hot yet.
Yeah.
May is still in the 90s sometimes, but it's not like fucking 110 every day like it was in
Mm-hmm.
July.
Yeah, no,
So,
fucking terrible. What the fuck?
but on the flip side of that, you have to come visit me because there's shit going on here too. Chicago's just voted on the
Hold
fucking
up,
best
there's
city
a
in the
cat
U.S.
trying to
again.
break through the cat door. Hold on, sorry.
Always trying to change the subject whenever I talk about him coming to visit me, man. Milwaukee was fun. Chicago is better. Milwaukee is great though. I still like visiting. I'm going there next Wednesday, or I guess Wednesday. At this point. Just me talking to myself about cities, man. Cities.
My bad. Like the fucking.
Did you hear everything I was saying?
A little bit, but I gotta explain what happened. This fucking cat. So I had to tape up the cat door because we got Lila's cat over here now, and she's an indoor cat. Slowly letting her out a little bit, but like don't want her to be an outside cat. But basically, we
Yeah.
have an indoor-outdoor cat. Before that, so we have to let her in and out, and she hates the other cat, so she'll hiss at her and shit.
Oh yeah.
But she was trying to break into the fucking cat door, like from the outside. She's like been inside and tried to break out because the cat's in here. But then she was just fucking like ripping the fucking tape that I did.
She's like, "This is my fucking house. Why are you doing this?"
And she's
to
like,
me?"
"Row, row." And then I open the door, and she's like, "I'm not gonna come in." And I'm
Wow.
like, "Bro,
She
you're
just
literally
wants you
trying
to
to."
know like this is bullshit.
She's like, "I'm just trying to break it." And then so I like go out and I just fucking grab her and throw her inside. So now she's eating food and the other cat's hanging out.
Forgot about it already. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, "Bruh, chill."
But
What were you saying?
you need to come. You need to come visit me in Chicago because, because it's been when was the last time you were here? Like 2015, 2016?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. I got things we could do, dude. And I live in a cool area. I live right next to the train.
Tell me, what do
Should
you
be fun.
do in Chicago for fun?
What do you mean? For fun?
Yeah. Like, what would we do? Like, what should we do when I go?
We'd probably just go downtown and fucking do shit. Yesterday, there's this area that Amber and I went to yesterday. That's like literally like a 10-15 minute walk from my place. We went to a record store, this big thrift store. Lots of that shit here. Lots of restaurants we could try. Maybe I'd have you come if I had like a live show or something. You come watch me do that. That'd be fun.
That'd be sick. That'd be dope.
My roommates are coming. My roommates from college are coming. I have another show on Friday.
Yeah.
So that's fun. But yeah, I don't know. There's lots to do. Lots of museums, which can be fun if you just like fucking
like
don't take
museums.
it super seriously.
Yeah.
Or if you do take it
museums are
seriously.
chill.
Dude, the art museum is fucking awesome, and there's free days too to go. But like sometimes you have to like live in the city, but they don't like really check it. If you just give them your zip code, they'll just fucking be like, okay. But I don't know. Plus, weed's legal here, so we could fucking go into dispensary and just try a bunch of shit or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But there's lots to do. Let me tell you, and I haven't discovered most of it, but yeah, it'd definitely be fun. So you should fucking come out soon.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But I gotta get out to Austin soon too. So
Yeah.
I might come for fucking South by Southwest or something. But then again, I'm coming for an event, so maybe
Yeah.
I won't.
Well, I mean, like South by is not as crazy, you know. I mean, like I would say like come either a few days before the event starts or happens, or a few days, or stay a few days after.
I want to submit my film to it, but it's I've already not gotten into 3 festivals, which sucks. And then also, it's like $50 or $60 to submit, and I'm like, fuck, I just don't have the money for that. So
yeah, that's expensive.
But all right, well, we're already at an hour, and my camera's gonna die, so we might as well end it here. But we will have
this is an all over the place podcast.
This is an all over the place podcast, but I think what I was going to tell you is what we'll probably do. What I'm thinking is we'll do the first 10 episodes weekly, and then maybe we'll go to bi-weekly after the 10 episodes and spend a little more time thinking about topics. And I just wanted to get like good 10 episodes out, get the fucking feel for the episodes,
Yeah.
feel for the vibe of the show, and then we'll spend a little more time. Maybe we'll still do weekly, but we'll try to do more structured content and episodes so that they're not just kind of all over the place. Which the all over the place episodes are fun sometimes, but
That could be like a bonus episode or something.
yeah, exactly. But they can get old quickly if you don't think about the topics as much. And I want to be interesting sometimes. So sometimes it's fun to just be like, let's hit record and just see what we fucking do.
Yeah.
But there are some episodes that Dash and I have been talking about
She's
that
trying to break
we're
out.
excited about.
I'm sorry. I love you
But
all.
let's
Goodbye.
just go.
The
We're
cats
good.
are
Yeah,
screaming
goodbye.
at each other.
See you guys. Peace.